Hidden Road has replaced Ripple Prime. Everyone in the business community, including Brad Garlinghouse, is discussing this significant shift and development in the cryptocurrency field. Ripple XRP RLSD will be available to financial institutions. As this grows, more links will be added and more information will be shared. Let's review the most recent and fascinating information that is now available. According to Brad Garlinghouse, the Ripple Prime is available as of today, the end of Hidden Road. 5 purchases have been made public by Ripple in the last 2 years. Rail last August, G Treasury last week, Metico in 2023, and Standard Custody in 2024. I want to let you know that XRP is at the core of everything Ripple does as we continue to explore ways to enable the Internet of Value. Stay put. This implies that Ripple will include XRP into all of their goods if you believe that they are a good firm globally, especially in the US. If XRP is required in more services, more people worldwide will want to utilize it. The news is only going to get better. This is also how Ripple introduced Ripple Prime. We're pleased to report that the acquisition of Hidden Road has been finalized. As a result, Ripple is now the first cryptocurrency business to own and operate a global prime dealer for multiple assets. It appears that Ripple was the first in several of these locations. I believe we're getting there, but keep in mind that they still need a few things to be able to compete with JP Morgan. Let me introduce you to Ripple Prime, Mr. Man adds. There are many people discussing this topic. We're finally on board, added Michael Arrington. At last, we're embarking on the secret road. As a hedge fund, it offers businesses several excellent tools. Although Ripple has acquired several excellent businesses, Hidden Road may be the best to yet. For instance, the Ripple stablecoin and the Hidden Road company complement each other quite nicely. Let me also attempt to gain a better understanding of this. Because this entire process generates $10 billion per day, I responded to Brad's reply. I was curious about their plans regarding the utilization of RLSD. You should be aware that RLSD is present on both XRP and Ethereum. Ethereum has the majority of the shares. I only wanted to confirm. Will XRP actually be used for this? Now that Ripple and Hidden Road are collaborating under Ripple Prime, many members of the XRP community are attempting to understand how the clearing and payment process will operate. Brad, that's the purpose of this mail. The term core settlement currency refers to the RLUSD, but does that RLUSD function on Ethereum or the XRP system? This distinction is crucial, particularly for those monitoring the relationship between G government and institutional liquidity alter throughout time. Owners of XRP are hopeful that these post-trade and settlement procedures will directly involve XRP and XRPL. So if you will, I'm just attempting to do it twice. And I did thought this was similar to Wait a Minute, the 60-second film directed by Brad Garlinghouse about a one-stop shop for Ripple Let's Play. A one-stop shop? Prime Broker enables a wide range of asset managers, including trading teams, market makers, and well-known hedge funds, to trade and clear a variety of assets, including digital assets, derivatives, swaps, and more. Trillions of dollars are exchanged in these transactions. Large corporate banks like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs used to really own those. Banks don't do that anymore. New companies like Hidden Road, which Ripple recently acquired, are entering this industry and expanding rapidly by providing the same services while also including digital assets. More businesses are being able to access various asset classes thanks to Hidden Road, a well-capitalized and powerful balance sheet player. Prime Brokers, another well-capitalized company that is quickly introducing people to cryptocurrency, is their rival. That's it, gentlemen and ladies. I got someone interested in cryptocurrency in a minute. Brad Garlinghouse intervenes in this situation and claims that these businesses and hedge funds are reaching settlements worth trillions of dollars. After this, several other banks might be quite interested in acquiring Ripple and collaborating with it. Here, Michael Arrington is significant. He founded Arrington Capital, Crunchbase, and TechCrunch. You can know that other businesses are looking at the technology if Arrington Capital is out here boasting about how amazing it is. Smokedog then states that, by acquiring the Hidden Road, Ripple positions RLSD to contest the USDC-USDT stablecoin's dominance. The primary strategic goal of this transaction was to increase the number of users of Ripple's new stablecoin, RLUSD. In an attempt to disrupt the Tether Circle duopoly, Ripple plans to incorporate RLUSD institutional trade flows. I just wanted to ask whether you were watching this channel and enjoying the content we provide, even though you guys don't get to say duopoly very frequently. Whether so, please think about subscribing. The channel does benefit from it. The past several months have been crazy about progress here, thanks to your assistance. I want to take a moment to thank you. I respect your time greatly and am aware of how essential it is to you. Smoke added that it's time to make XRP more functional now that Ripple has formally acquired Hidden Road. Going from being a little player in cryptocurrency liquidity or cross-border payments to a major player in institutional finance is a risky move for Ripple. According to the research, institutional banking is a major player. Naturally, banks and hedge funds find that line appealing. Additionally, this might make XRP much more helpful. Actually, the goal of Hidden Road is to switch to the XRP ledger for its post-trade clearing. This will demonstrate the blockchain's capacity to manage substantial business flows. I was mainly curious about the potential implications for the XRP system. 10 billion every day. It's a start, but it's not insane. When using the XRP ledger, Hidden Roads prioritizes post-trade settlements and infrastructure over pure XRP settlements. The Ripple USD stablecoin, RLUSD, will be utilized as collateral for all prime broker operations, according to Ripple. In contrast, XRPPL will concentrate on payments and transfers. It does indeed. Simply put, individuals report this on the XRP log because they believe it will occur. However, I was determined to acquire a definitive answer from the Ripple team. Even tiny sums may have a significant impact on the market if XRP were utilized as a bridge asset. For example, there are currently $2 worth of XRP in circulation, with a market value of $120 billion and daily utility-driven trends of $10 billion. Transfers result in significant increases in speed, liquidity, and potential, which may cause repricing due to a decrease in the flow of supplies. This will come in handy. Remember that G has a daily budget of almost $34 billion. You're now receiving $44 billion every day if you throw $10 billion at this. You may have a rail if you begin to add any additional purchases. They're sending out a lot of traffic, you know. Ripple may be able to purchase other companies here. Reaching 50 billion, 100 billion, 500 billion, and eventually trillions is the aim. Our XRP will be far more valuable than it is currently if we can accomplish that. I believe that many of us are waiting for it. What must occur in order for billions of XRP to be settled? To scale from 10 billion to trillions, it requires multiple structural levels. Liquidity connections and scaling are necessary to enable large institutional payments without slippage. For XRPPL to function with other coins like RLUSD and CBDCs, it would require robust coin rails and sizable on-chain liquidity pools. For institutional integration and compliance, Ripple is preparing the XRP ledger to satisfy bank-grade clearing standards. This will enable settlement for tokenized derivatives, commodities, and treasuries at a SWIFT-like infrastructure level. Due to parallel transaction throughput growth, XRP is currently able to process thousands of transactions per second. Modular ledger systems, horizontally scalable validator clusters, and interoperable sidechains are necessary for scaling to trillions of dollars.